Hi there guys, a few words about this year's London Drum Show. We went up on the Sunday to check it out and there was a fair amount going on.
It was really good. I think last year I was a bit concerned about it. It seemed to be getting smaller, less manufacturers are turning up.
Yeah, the shop floor had a few empty spots last year, which I think a lot of people noticed, to be honest.
I don't think this year was full, but it was way better.
Yeah.
Really good. I came out of there feeling quite good about it.
Especially with the addition of the UK Drum Show for the last few years. There was some division as to manufacturers that went to the UK Drum Show and not to London Drum Show. But I'm glad to see that people are taking on London Drum Show again and that it's continuing to be a big event.
Yeah, I haven't done the other one, but it's in Manchester. So I think we'll go next year. Let's check it out. It is a long way from Somerset.
Yeah.
So what was your favourite thing from the shop floor, the sales floor part?
I think one of my favourite things about the show is getting your hands on some items that I've seen online that you don't normally see in a drum shop, that I haven't had chance to hear and try out before. A few things that spring to mind immediately were ACD drums and their Darwin series pedals, which are pretty serious feats of engineering. It's a very serious pedal.
Big.
Yeah. And impression cymbals.
Yeah.
Which I'd seen and didn't really know much about, but got a chance to try them out, and they were way better than I'd given them credit for, really.
Yeah, I think all of the boutique Turkish cymbal brands, they're kind of tipping the balance of what's cool in drums at the minute. You get people that really want the kind of the Mercedes kind of badge on their drum kit because it's the name. And there's the big four cymbal brands, and there are the big kit brands. But especially in cymbals, having that sort of Turkish, it seems to be a little bit cooler, isn't it?
I think it's a bit more individual, because in those brands I've seen a lot more range within one singular cymbal.
Yeah.
So you can have two cymbals that are on paper exactly the same but sound radically different. So even if you do see, say, a fellow player who plays the same kind of more boutique brand,
yeah,
you still want to hear what they've got, because it might not be the same.
You wouldn't order it online.
A Sabian Crash sounds, more or less like a Sabian Crash.
But some of the Meinl Vi sounds we've had in here,
yeah,
are very different to the same model number we've had.
But again, that is more towards the Turkish stuff.
It is, yeah. And I like it because of that.
Yeah.
Because you've got a more individual instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. I really like the pan drums, the Panamore.
Yeah.
I was, until I went in and said, yeah, well, we're retailers, we'd love to have one of these, and they told me the price of them. I was but for such an individual instrument, I suppose they're not that bad for the price. I mean,
they're real works of art.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
I would love to have one.
But again, that's something that I had seen online before and fallen in love with.
Yeah.
I knew the price of them already, so I hadn't bought one, but it was nice just to see and hear one in person and really get a feel for what they're like. They're special instruments, those.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to see we've been teased a lot by Mapex, by the Design Lab stuff. Now, there's some of it's going to be a bit... I'm
not going to say anything. I'm keeping my mouth shut.
On the innovation side of things.
Very innovative.
The kit itself was beautiful.
Yes, it was.
Absolutely stunning. The new arms, the magnetic arms, are ugly. There's no getting around of it. And the worst thing about the drum show is it's not the place to listen to tone and see if that's working.
Yeah, when they're saying it's changing real small nuances of tone and sustain,
yeah,
you can't hear it at a drum show because you've got about 5,000 drummers around you all wanting to hear the nuances of maybe not so much the nuances of what they're playing.
These are people auditioning for someone who isn't listening. Normally as well.
On another note of interesting tom mounts, Zebra Drums had a very interesting tom mount, and they're completely free-floating kit.
Is that the springy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which I thought was quite a sleek design in comparison, and achieving probably quite a similar function. But again, you're talking boutique versus big names there. It's a very interesting comparison.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, hearing what you got to play that kit.
And it did, well, it's impossible to tell because of the surrounding, but I'll tell you what, that tom did sound like it had a lot of resonance behind it.
You got to play that kit because we were rushing around trying to get a little bit of footage of either of us playing a drum kit at the London Drum Show, and it wasn't happening because there was queues on everything. So in the end, I had to settle for the electric, the new hybrid Pearl, but with Korg.
Yeah,
Pearl and Korg.
Yeah.
And that was fine.
What was that like?
It's fine. It's an electric drum kit. It
Okay.
was fine. My Black & Decker drill at home is absolutely fine. It does the job well. I can't get excited about it. I can't get excited about it. I love my Yamaha DTX. Absolutely perfect. It's fine. It does the job brilliantly.
All right.
Yeah, and we'll never wax lyrical though.
A last mention from the shop floor, it was actually really great to get our hands on the Yamaha lightweight hardware.
Oh, yeah.
Something that you would see and think, oh, that's a good idea, but you don't have an idea until you've picked this stuff up. The whole hardware set in a bag, I feel, was about as heavy as one of my Tama Road Pro stands. It really was something special.
And you get the whole set in a little bag, and it's, I can't remember the price, but it's under 200, I'm sure it is. Around there. It's very cool.
Really well priced. But the drum show isn't just about gear. So there were some performances there. Unfortunately, we were only there for the Sunday, so we missed a lot of them. But there were some fantastic performances on the Sunday. We managed to catch Ash Sohn.
Yeah,
who,
Mr. Shuffle.
Boy, could he make that kit sound spectacular.
Yeah.
Small kit, so much punch, especially over the big PA in the theatre they've got there. I really liked how he had that kit sounding.
Yeah,
that was great.
He was absolutely superb. Nice guy as well.
Yeah, seemed really genuine. Colin Woolway?
Colin Woolway, yeah, we know Colin because he came and did a drum clinic for us a couple of years ago. And yeah, he's a funny chap.
Real dude.
He really is a real dude, yeah. Yeah.
He had some interesting comments to make on why we should be bothered by rudiments instead of just single strokes, and how they can help us with accents around the kit and actually creating more interesting phrases, which was nice.
Yeah,
refreshing.
really good. A lot of information to take in on one of the smaller clinics on the education stage.
Yeah.
And then we saw J.R. Robinson, who headlined the whole thing, really.
Yeah.
That's a guy that you really need to look at his Wikipedia page.
I think we scrolled through his discography and, I kind of just had to zoom on through it because it would have taken us the entire performance to get to the end of it. Yeah, but
it includes 18 Michael Jackson hits, and that's just a tiny part of it. It was incredible. So just to see him on stage, he kind of looked, we were at the back of the theatre at this point. He kind of looked like William Shatner. I thought Captain Kirk on the drum kit. That's got to be cool.
He was really relaxed, and he played through the tunes, and he was so chilled out. You could tell that he's done so many serious albums and gigs. This really was. He was quite relaxed and easy just to be hanging out with fellow drummers.
That's what I felt it was like. I felt you could have been in a room with 4 people in it.
Yeah,
and he was just like, here's some of the massive hits I've been on. No big deal.
Yeah, you might have heard this one.
yeah, you might have heard this one. This is Seal. Like, oh, yeah. Cool. So in summary, it was a really good show. We're definitely going to go back next year. Let's try out the other one as well.
Yeah.
I think. Make a bit of a road trip of it. And talking of shows, 18th of March 2019, this was the actual highlight of the drum show. Because I've been chatting to Mr. Steve White on email, and we got to meet him at the show and confirm that he is coming to do a clinic with us in Yeovil at the Swan Theatre. So, be great if you could come along. Tickets will go quickly. He's just an insane player, brilliant educator, and he was my first drum clinic I went to when I was still at school, which will make him feel old. But
he's been doing clinics for a really long. I remember seeing him back when Paul Percussion was open, and hell of a player, and it would be great to see him again up close, to be honest.
Yeah, wicked. Great, we'll see you soon.